Alright, so I know you guys at home probably be like, oh, what's going on? I have no idea what's going on the screen right now, but all you need to know is that these are magical girls who like to beat each other up in downtime. Like, seriously, I'm not joking. In their downtime, they just seem to like to fight each other and like get each other to like the point of near death. Crazy, I know, but that's not the point. The point here is I'm here to talk about fighting games and how they're not simple in the slightest. See, I chose this game specifically because it's the only fighting game I consider myself good at. But fighting games nowadays have gotten to the point where, like, if you don't know the proper combos, if you don't know what you're doing in the slightest, if you don't know the perfect way to do a Hadoken, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to beat the combo or the CPUs. You're not going to pull off any sort of combos. And I wish, fighting game developers would just tone it down just a bit and make it a bit easier for people who aren't new to fighting games. Like, make it easier for people who aren't new to fighting games. Make it easier for them to get into the fighting game genre. Like me, personally, I like fighting games. I would love to play Street Fighter more often, but the problem is I have no idea how to do anything, so I'm not going to devote my time to that kind of game because I don't want to devote hours upon hours of my life each day just to learn how to do combos so I'm mildly decent at, just playing against computers, not even against people. Like what you're seeing, I'm playing against computers and I'm still, whatever. But the point is, I just kind of wish fighting game developer genres, the developers of fighting games would just make it a bit easier for people. So yeah, I just really wish that was the case. Because, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, not too long ago, I was playing a game called Soul Blade. If anybody knows, that's the first game of the Soul Calibur series, It's on the PlayStation and Sega Genesis, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, I could correct myself if I'm wrong, but anyway. In that game, you cannot string together combos unless you do the pre-written out combos in the code. If you don't do those, then you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to stop and be open for a few seconds, and it's going to be nasty and ugly. But I wish games were more simple, so you can just, you can pull off combos just by doing, punches and kicks and high kick, high punch, and all that. Like, it doesn't have to be, forward, down, half circle, right, punch, low punch, high punch, energy attack. It's like, why? What is that even? I don't want to remember combos like that, and that's kind of why I like this game right here that you're seeing in front of me. It's pretty simple. You have 6 buttons and simple combos. If you're not new to the game, you can get into it easily, and it's, not that difficult. Well, it's not easy, but it's not difficult to master it, because I'm doing just fine. This is on the hardest difficulty in the game too, and I'm still managing just fine. But yeah, if fighting games were just a bit simpler, I'm pretty sure that they would grow just a bit. I know some people don't like that because, there are people who are really, really into the whole, oh yeah, I'm so into this combo system, I just love doing combos, it just feels amazing, I love this game so much. And that's cool, that's your thing. Because I've seen some, fighting, there was a tournament not too long ago for Injustice and a whole bunch of other fighting games. I can't remember the name of it, I will be sure to get that later, but anyway, there were people who were pulling off combos left and right, and they were, they seemed to be enjoying themselves. They were pretty good at it. But one thing I noticed was, they tend to pull off just one combo, like one specific combo that is pre-written into the game. And I don't like that. I like a fighting game just to be a bit more open with how you can use combos. I know some people disagree, but that's my opinion on it. If combos were just a bit more free in how you could do it, then, it'd be pretty cool. Because I'd imagine a fighting game to be more like an actual fight, where you're not, actual fights where, some people have their own fighting style, but they're not like statues, they're not stones, they're not brain dead, they can pull off combos that they just make up in their head on the fly. They don't have to be like, oh yeah, I have to, I gotta duck and then I gotta punch in their knee and then do an uppercut and then I can do a super swirly kick. You could just go straight into that super swirly kick if you're in an actual fight, if you could actually somehow pull that off, but that's not the point. So, yeah, overall, in the gist of it, fighting games need to be a bit simpler so that way they're open to newer people, and the combo systems in any fighting game just need to be simpler as well, because there's not that many people who are going to devote all their time into learning combos in the combo system. So yeah, that's my view on the topic of fighting games. Alright, we're going to be doing some live commentary on this game now. So, this is actually my second recording because Fraps likes to screw me over all the time. Loading time's going to take forever. Oh boy, oh boy. This is going to get really annoying really fast. I'm gonna have a million Fraps recordings in now. Because what I'm doing now is I'm just record, stop when loading, record, stop when loading. So like I said earlier in the non-live recording when I was describing fighting games, you guys are probably lost when you're watching me play this game because what's going on? What is this game? What is Touhou? I don't know what's going on. Don't worry, you don't need to know what's going on to know that I am playing a fighting game, and yeah, that's all you really need to know. So, as you can see, we're going to be playing as Horizon, the Moon Bunny, apparently. I didn't know that actually until like a few days ago. Because in Touhou, they don't really explain the lore, ever. Like, you have to go diving deep for it, and I don't bother to. I have other things to do, like work, TF2, and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, geez, I am getting nothing. Okay, so, as you can see, what I just did is a spell. Oh, dodged right into that. But in this game, you have two different types of cards. As you can see down there, I just used one that was a spell card. But the other thing you can get is a skill card, and if you use that, you can either use new skills or you can make the ones you currently have stronger. And the skills that are, you know, considered skills are the ones where you have to kind of put in a combo. And like, remember how I said this is kind of a simpler fighting game, and I like that, and I kind of despise combo systems. This one still has a combo system, but it's a much simpler one than most other fighting games. Like other ones where you have a kind of like a joystick involved. There is no joystick at all because this is for the computer, so you're kind of forced to use arrow keys. But it's similar to a joystick because, like, for example, the missile, like that thing right there, the combo for that is down towards the opponent and down towards opponent and down right. So for example, if I'm to the right of my opponents right now, if I'm towards the left, it'd be down, down right, and then right. And it's reversed if I'm on the other side of, you know, kind of like how most other fighting games are. So it's still a combo system like that, but it's kind of easier to learn, and yeah, it's just a bit more forgiving because you can still pull off combos if you know, screw it up. Like, stop being so annoying. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of hard to commentate and focus on a fighting game at the same time. I guess that's why, you know, professional fighting game advocates don't do that kind of stuff. Because why would you? It just distracts them. But you know what? I'm all about challenges. I mean, I still have yet to work on my Castle Crashers Insane Mode challenge, but I'm getting to it. I was actually kind of holding off on while I was getting all my computer parts. I just ordered them and they should be shipping right now. So that's good. Oh, hold on. Gonna get her. Yeah, got her. But yeah, I ordered a whole bunch of computer parts, and it's gonna be a lot better for recording and for me. Hold on. Because the computer parts are gonna be really good, you know. They're just gonna... It's gonna be a whole better computer, because mine, as I might have mentioned before in other videos, is kinda crap. It could barely handle Castle Crashers and Fraps at the same time. So, it was kind of in dire need of a new computer. Well, not dire needed, a new one, but if I'm gonna be recording, and as frequently as I'd like to, I'm going to need a new computer. So, the parts are really good, and the only one I'm going to have to wait for is the graphics card, because when I ordered it, they were out of stock, but because Amazon's so nice and friendly, they decided, or what they did was, or what their system policy is, I guess, is if you order an item that is out of stock, they will ship it the moment it is in stock, and they'll just notify you of when it is, or when it's being shipped. Ow, that hurt. I hate you. You're more spammy than me. That reminds me. When it comes to fighting games, like, and nobody can deny this, every fighting game has a tier list and a community that plays competitively. Like, there is no denying it. Somewhere in the internet, there's a community of any fighting game. How do I know this? Because, well, a while back when I still played Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, I remember seeing a tier list of characters. And I was just thinking to myself, why would you make a tier list for this? because that's what people do. I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere has a tier list for this game too, but I'm not even gonna bother because why should I? So, like, just when I play this game as my best character, which is Ryzen, the Moon Bunny, as you see I'm playing right now, I still make a few mistakes, but for the most part, I do pretty well, and I usually, well, not usually, I do win all the time, even on the hardest difficulty, which it is right now. There is no harder difficulty, so it's as good as I'm gonna get right now. But I feel like if somebody in that community were to see me play this game, they would think that I'm a total and utter complete crap because I am just standing back and spamming the hell out of my attacks. But let's be honest, that's how characters get on top of the tier list. Just look at Meta Knight from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. How do you think he got into the top of the tier list? Because he is spammy and cheap as hell. Like, seriously. The only reason why he's at top of the tier list on Brawl is because his attacks are just so damn cheap. And they outrange everybody despite how short range his attacks should be. And the fact that his B-spam is spammable as it is. So yeah, there's that. Like, yeah, I do feel kind of cheap doing what I do. And it's kind of simple. You should have been able to pick up on the pattern, because now I'm like the 5th fight or something. I don't even know. I lost count. As a matter of fact, I wasn't counting. Ow. But even though I do kind of stand back and just kind of spam, I do tend to go in and attack. I do like to break them though, because, you know, when you just see that little red ball charging up slowly, they're just broken. That's because they block too much and now their shield's busted like in Brawl. Or Super Smash Bros. Rather. Because if you block too much, you're gonna lose your shield. And that's just how it works. And you might be seeing that I'm using skill cards that I'm not even using. You're like, why is that? Why are you using them if you're not gonna actually use them? Well, I try to use them, but I tend to not because matches or fights last so short. Or they don't last very long long enough for me to actually use them. So I just decided, well, why should I use it if matches don't last that long? I guess it's just like in case of emergency, just to know that I have it. Like if I can get close to her, that attack. It's very powerful and I love it, but I hardly ever get to use it unless I am comboing people, which I don't tend to get to do. Like that. There. I comboed. Chain art, see? So I should probably explain this game a tad bit. So, like in fighting games, most fighting games anyway, you have your movement. In this case, it's the arrow keys. The arrow keys and then 6 buttons. Except, unlike most fighting games where the 6 buttons are, you know, high, mid, low punch and high, mid, low kick, you have melee. Yeah, in the melee, 2 spirit attacks, which you can see. That's what those blue orbs are. Ow, I walked right into that. Yeah, the spirit attacks, depending on which button you press for the spirit attack, it has a different effect. Like for example, that's high for me, and that's low. I know those both hit, and it wasn't really noticeable of a difference, but there, you'll notice a difference. Oh god! No, okay, I'm fine. So yeah, depending on which spirit attack button you press is depending on, like, what will happen with the attack. Then you have your dash button, so you can dash in the air, or on the ground if you prefer, if you're on the ground. It tends to eat up the spirit if you use it in the air too long, so try not to do it. You have this card select button, which I can't really show right now because I only have 1 card. But it allows you to just, you know, move back and forth between cards, and then the card use button. So yeah, that's pretty simple enough. Blocking's as simple as just holding backwards away from the opponent as they are attacking you, but you have to... Oh, ow. That's the one thing I don't like about Lunatic, or Lunatic enemies. They actually use their spell cards. Oh well, she's down for it anyway. So that's the basic gist of the game, the controls anyway. It's a simple, you know, first to 2 wins, or first to 2 round victories wins the match. Oh, this map, this stage. You see, like in some fighting games, like Injustice, I know, you can have like stage effects where you can interact with the stage and it does different things depending on the stage, you know. And that's not really the case with this fighting game, except the music. That's the only difference. But this one's an exception. This stage right here is an exception because if you haven't noticed by now, you cannot see what they're doing. You cannot see bullets, and I hate that so much. I just hate going on this map so much because the snow and the attacks blend in with each other. Oh, I don't have that attack yet, as you can see there. I explained that, right? Oh, no, I didn't actually. I did mention the combo system, I believe, but I did not mention that with the combo system, or in the combo system in this game, there are always 2 different attacks that you can do with one combo. So that I did would replace the little red aura that you saw earlier. So instead of that aura, I do an attack. Ow. So I do that instead, which is good. I like it. It adds a bit more customability to the game. Makes every character unique, every fighter unique, which is kind of why I wish I could actually play with other people in the world, because every fight would be a different, or every fight with one character, or against one character rather, would always be a different experience. But because I don't really know anybody, in fact I actually don't know anybody who owns this game as well as me, I can't really play with other people. So it's kind of sad. Oh well. I live with just playing you know, against computers all day. That's how I just got, you know, as spammy as I did. Oh, I messed that one up. So I actually have kind of looked into what kind of combos you can pull off. I missed it again. Oh well. She's down. As you can see, what I was trying to do was do a melee combo and then immediately go into the little sparky eyes. And that'd be a great combo. Oh, I missed. That's also another one, to just dash punch. Ah, didn't work. That's another thing. That's one thing I don't like about this game. Is sometimes combos just don't work. Or, well, rather, you try to put in a combo and then you either get something you didn't want, or I don't even know. Ouch. You okay? You're about to not be okay. Oh, we're nearing the end, and I'm running out of ideas. I just have to talk for a good, I don't know, 15-20 minutes twice, because Fraps screwed me over again. Like I said earlier, this is my second try. What happened earlier was I hit the record button, and then nothing happened. Like, I hit the record button, and when I was done recording, nothing happened at all. I don't even understand why. So, yeah. But the same thing actually happened to me earlier when I was trying to record TF2. So, that made me kind of sad. Because when I think I might have mentioned this already, but in like one of my other videos, the way I record my videos, I use Fraps for video and the game audio, and then Audacity for mic audio, because I find that easier. I did it again. I don't have that attack yet. So the reason why I do that is so I can actually edit game and mic audio, so that way they're balanced. I don't have to make one quieter than the other, so that way I can make it balanced from the start. I can balance it as I see, or as I find fitting. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, the problem is with a lot of my games, they're full screen, and that's a big problem for me. I mean, Minecraft is probably the only full screen game that you have not, or that you've seen so far, and that's about the end of it. So, as I was going to record TF2, I hit the record button. I find out later when I'm done recording, nothing happened. But that's the end. That's the end of this recording. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I know you were kind of confused. I know I wasn't so great at commentary, but if you stayed around long enough to get this far, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed as much as you could. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.